Hello and welcome to Kramer's Corner with daily technical update. It is Tuesday the 9th of September and this video is for education purpose only. There's no recommendation or advice whatsoever intended. It is purely to demonstrate how I try to read the market using technical analysis and demonstrate how I use various tools and indicators and such. All right, let's kick off with Nasdaq 100. A little bit back yesterday, just around the 786 retracement. 23,753. It is still struggling a little bit. RSI just below 60 threshold, but if it does close above the 60 threshold, well then we are back in positive sentiment. It's still there, but there is massive divergence. As you can see, the divergence has been declining, and so indication of a trend exhaustion, but a new close above the previous peak there, 23,969 will change that picture. Here pre-market we can see we are up a tad, just up a bit, 0.25% or something. So possibly pushing towards the previous all-time high. So let's see if I can challenge that. And we are in a bullish trend as long as we stay above 22,950. And the S&P 500 that's coming up here. Let's zoom in a little bit. We can see also set back a little bit, so it's also a little bit stretched. It's long in its tooth, but as long as it stays above this support here at 2,330, well, then we are in a bullish trend. Dow Jones index also still bullish as long as we stay above 44,514, but also very stretched on the strength indicator. Moving on to the Seng in Asia this morning, pushed higher, new higher close, and took out the previous peak there, and seems set to push higher in the coming days and weeks. We can see that the RSI closed back above the 60 threshold here, 61.12, and slightly above the upper falling trend line. So there's a strong indication that it will push higher, and I think we'll see it pushing towards 26,600 maybe in the coming days and weeks. Nikkei, there it is. Nikkei future that yesterday spiked higher but got set back, so it's still below this 23,930. Needs to close above. So we are in a bullish trend, however, also stretched. The RSI declining, so we are a little bit stretched there. But as long as we stay above 41,619, still in a bullish trend. So unless that scenario plays out, we are still with a bullish bias, but we are a little bit cautious since it's a little bit stretched there. The EUROStoxx50 a little bit higher today, not much really, but we are above 5,290 key support. And close below, then we are in a bearish trend confirmed, and will likely also be confirmed by a push below the 40 threshold here on this side. But for now, it's still barely slightly positive, I would say. We are above the cloud, we are above 55 moving average, but this is the key support. The EUROStoxx50 CFD also trying to bounce here, and we're still in positive sentiment, so it could bounce higher towards 5,424, but again 5,284 key support there. DAX, a little bit more blurry picture actually, because it actually established a bearish trend below the cloud and negative sentiment on the RSI. It will be further confirmed and can accelerate by a close below 23,482. If it can get back above 24,064, well, then we are back into neutral and possibly a new bullish trend here. To see if you see it bounced a little bit, still below the cloud, so it's struggling a little bit. On the FX market, and euro dollar has established a bullish trend, higher high, higher low, higher high. If RSI can close back above 60 threshold, it didn't do that yesterday, then we'll further confirm that, but we are above all the moving averages. We have broken this falling trend line. We are above this minus resistance here. So it seems like we are about to push higher here in the coming days. it will not be a clear-cut massive move up, but I think we will see that as long as we stay above 115.80, well, then it is in a bullish trend, whatever you prefer. The cable testing resistance here at 135.90. That resistance is quite key. If it can take out that, and especially also 136, then we could see a push towards 137.5, possibly up to 138. But we are in a limbo here. It could easily just be rejected, and the RSI could be rejected at 60 threshold, so it could sit back a little bit here in the coming days, where we have some support here at the cloud, which is around 134.65. But keep an eye on it. It's not unlikely we could push higher here on cable or sterling dollar. On euro sterling, that has been struggling a bit. It is in a slightly bullish trend, higher high, higher low, higher high. So what's going on here? Still positive sentiment, but now it's being set back after being rejected at the 786 retracement there. And I think we will see at least sliding back to 86.40. So it seems like there's a little bit of battle between sterling dollar and euro sterling. Which one, where should we go? Should one go up? Should one go down? And that seems to be the name of the game at the moment. But still key support here down at 86. That is the really key support. If it takes out the peak up here at 87.15, then a bullish trend is in session. Moving on to the yen pairs and dollar yen, and after being rejected a couple of times at the 200 moving average, just around 149, it is now trading below the slightly rising trend line there, the shorter one. I think we will see it testing the other one here, and the lower one, and the 100 moving average here quite soon, shortly. We are currently just around the lower part of the cloud, so that will be key. If it closes down here in this region or lower, well, then 145.75 is the next support, but that could easily be taken out also. To really establish a bullish trend, it needs to move back above 149 and preferably close above it. But for now, it seems to move to the bearish side. But RSI is still positive unless it closes below 40 threshold, then it has confirmed a bearish trend. The other yen pairs, such as euro yen, rejected there at previous peak there, 173.93, rejected there with doji, and sold off this in Asia and European session. If it takes out 171.10, well, then we are looking at 169.70 support area. It needs to take out the peak there at 173, basically 174. Always add a little bit, so 174. Then we have a move towards 175, 176. Aussie yen also rejected, so that's what we see in yen pairs these days. A lot of rejection from resistant levels. Here we have also Aussie yen that has been rejected from its peaks here, just around 97.45, and it really needs to push above that to really see a move towards 99.40. But for now, if it moves back below 96.20, well, we could see a larger correction be kicking in. Let's remove some of these noise here. What we can do, we can add a trend line there. It's not the strongest one. It just gives us a little bit of a guideline. So will it push below there? But 96.20, some support here in this region also, where we have the 55 moving average coming up. They're giving some support. So I don't think the downside is that big in euro yen at the moment. Sterling yen again rejected here at around the 200, spiked up to around 200.5. And again set back yesterday and now today. And if moving below 197.85, well, then we could see a larger correction, not larger, but a correction down to around 196, 195, where we have some key supports down here. Moving on to Moving on to Aussie dollar, that is on a bullish breakout and very close to retesting the previous peak. They are just around the 138.2 projection of this correction here at 66.27, and in this region at 66.30. I think it will take. I also think it will take it out actually, because we have positive sentiment on the RSI. You see, moving averages here slightly rising, so it seems like it created some momentum, but it could be set back a little bit, and then I think we'll take it out with a push towards 66.80, 67. Dollar Canada. Let's just move it into focus there. That over the past couple of days has been rejected at the 61.8 retracement, but bounced strongly here. So we still have this 137.20 key support that if it holds, then I still believe we will see dollar Canada pushing higher towards 140 here in coming weeks. But it will take some time. But we are still in this bullish trend here with higher highs and higher lows. Sterling Canada. Sterling Canada, very volatile, as we said. It's set back to the 61.8 retracement of this uptrend there, so we can remove that now. And now it's testing the peak here from mid August, and I think we'll see it pushing higher. We see currently RSI back above 60 threshold, and there is no divergence. I think we will see it higher in the coming weeks. Towards 189, we could see that scenario play out. But again, not without volatility, so be careful with this one. EURUSD, testing previous lows here, or trough here at 93.18, just around that. So what I will do, I'll remove this one. I mean, it was after it made a correction to the 61.8 retracement at 94 and then lower. And I think this will be key. Yes, it spiked it out, but if it closes below the cloud, EURUSD there, that will be key for EURUSD, and that will also be key for the RSI that's currently just above 40 threshold. If it does close below 40 threshold, well, then we are looking at levels down here below 93 towards 92, 60 and 70. Dollar Swiss. Testing the lows here, but we have another low down here, so I think we will get down there eventually. Negative sentiment on the RSI in a confirmed downtrend or bearish trend that is likely to take it lower towards or below 79, possibly down to around 78. The dollar index also tells a little bit of a story that your dollar is to move higher, so continued weakness of the dollar. You see this morning here we are trading mostly below the 97.45 support, so I think we'll see it sliding lower. Still holding on with its nails there on the RSI 40 threshold, so still positive sentiment, so that'll be key to what's here the next the coming days. What will it do? Can it actually take out that support down there 96.86, or will it bounce back? On the gold, I mean, I need a bigger chart, a bigger screen. As you can see, it's really pushed higher. So again, we are moving to the weekly chart to see what's really going on here. So I have added a lot of Fibonacci's, as you can say. Okay, so first of all, we have this one. So it basically measures from the peak to the trough, high to low on this triangle-like pattern here, and then projected from the breakout price of the falling trend line, and that gives 61.8 projection. Sorry, not retracement, projection at where we are trading at the moment, 3,651. So that's more or less where we're trading at the moment. Also, I have just taken from the peak to the low, high to low, and just projected it higher without, well, actually not breaks up there. 138.2 is 3,645. That's just below where we're trading. So there's you know, they are overlapping a little bit there. I think we will push higher, and there is potential up to 3,730, 35 level in this region here. I see that coming in. But again, be careful out there. It is really a very stretched. We can see RSI value at above 80, so we are massively overbought. I think we will see a minor correction kicking in fairly soon. The silver one, a little bit lacking there. I mean, it was high yesterday, but taking a breather today. But what is key, it has actually cancelled its RSI divergence there. So indicating we could push higher, and I think we could push higher to the 42.5, 43.5 level. The platinum trying to regain some ground here after being knocked out a few days ago at the 786 retracement at 1436. I think it will take it out eventually, but it just needs some more energy. Positive sentiment on the RSI indicating we could see that likely higher levels on platinum. The copper, well, not much to report. Slightly rising trend there, but it's still very depressed, and it needs to close above 465 for a chance to push up to around 495. The crude market, or crude oil market, here we have the WTI bearish trend bouncing a little bit. I still think we could see it down to around $60 here in the coming days and weeks, and maybe we are forming a wedge-like pattern or something. Let's have a look. This is what you can always do. You can try to draw some trend lines, or this is a channel basically. So it's basically not a wedge, it's a channel. So that is also key to watch. But $60 per barrel, I think we could slide down to that eventually. Brent Crude, a little bit more clear here. Bounced from the $65 support, just a few cents above. And so if it takes it out, well, then we are looking at 62.5 in this region here, and that could be quite swift if that occurs. The European nat gas, well, basically range bound between 31 and just below 34 here. I don't think it will push higher just now, so let's see. But it needs to take out a 31 to the downside for a push towards 29. And close above 34, well, then we are looking at 36 area. US nat gas, maybe that was it. That's the bounce after this falling wedge-like pattern there, and the breakout. RSI at 60 threshold, just testing it, just right there, testing that. So next couple of days could be decisive. Can it close above 320? If it can, then the RSI is likely also close above 60, and then we have a bullish trend established, confirmed by the bullish or positive RSI. But for now, we could see it sliding back, so that would be key to what's next few days, what will actually play out. So be careful there. On the yield side, interest rate side, US Treasury yields getting closer to 4%. A little bit bounced today, but not much. I still think we could see a test of the 4%, possibly spiking lower. So we are in a bearish trend there, to say the least. And if we're looking at weekly chart just very quickly, well, we can see it could actually drop even further. It on a weekly hasn't been in a positive sentiment basically since the beginning of the year. So really some very signs for not worrying signs as such, but we are happy that interest rates are falling, but it could be a sign of maybe a potential recession coming in the USA. Let's see about that. Okay, the Euro 10-year below its rising trend line, potential to slide back to 260. I'm not quite sure that it will do it. If it starts crawling back above 270, well, then maybe that was it, and then it can crawl back higher. So that would be something to keep an eye on here next few days. The UK 10-year dancing around the 55 moving average. I still think we can see it dipping down to the 786, which was at 457. But if it starts bouncing here and moves into 468, 470, then I think we'll see a push higher in the coming days and weeks. Japanese 10-year bouncing from 55 moving average and the 61.8 retracement there. So I think it could keep bouncing here towards the previous peak here at 165. We have on the cryptos, we have Bitcoin here, just below the 38.2 retracement on this sell-off there. So it's still 107,250. If that can hold, well, then Bitcoin is in fairly good shape. But if it takes it out, well, then it could be really, really fast for a sell-off. Ethereum still above the 4,256, the 786 retracement, could keep bouncing, but as long as it stays above 4,066, then we are in a good shape or in a bullish trend for the Bitcoin. All right, that's all for today. Have a nice day and talk to you again tomorrow.